I'm Alex Ben, and I create these videos so you don't have to make the same classroom mistakes as me. How bad was your first year of teaching? A few weeks into mine, I stood in front of an 8th grade math class reviewing order of operations. When I noticed an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper laying on a desk between two students, it took me a moment to understand what it meant as I peered down at the handwritten list of names. It was a petition to get me replaced, and I could see that almost every student in the class had already signed it. My stomach tightened. I could feel my eyes welling up. So far, things had not been going well for me, and I knew it. I really was trying my best to improve as fast as I could. But the writing of the lessons, grading of the work, the impossible classroom management, and attending teacher training classes 2 nights a week was all overwhelming me. I thought about ripping up the paper and screaming at the ungrateful students. But instead, I handed it back to one of them and continued the lesson without saying anything. I spent that entire weekend curled up in bed dreading going back. My understanding wife was thoroughly supportive and occasionally brought me something to eat and drink.
This is me being understanding and thoroughly supportive.
I arrived at school on Monday in a daze with no real plan for how to make things better for either my students or myself. During that week, the principal came and spoke to the class. He had clearly received the petition and calmly told them that Mr. Ben was a new teacher who was trying his best and that the class should respect him and give him a chance.
This is me telling you that Mr. Ben is the new teacher who is trying his best and that the class should respect him and give him a chance.
The wind left my stomach. To me, this was the same death knell speech that every sports team makes before firing their coach. The principal turned and left the room without saying anything directly to me. A week later, he granted the students' wish. I wasn't fired, but all my classes were changed. My 8th graders were all given back to their extremely popular teacher from 7th grade. I was given his 7th graders, and I restarted with an entirely new group. It didn't go much better for me with them, but at least there were no mutinies. I have now taught for 20 years, and before I started, I was perpetually dissatisfied with my professional life. Teaching for me was a quest to do something more meaningful, and it was that. I just wasn't prepared for the behavioral problems I now dealt with daily.